Welcome to One Round. I'm your host, Darrell Dawsey. For decades, it seems they've been one of the most maddening teams in the NFL, if not all of pro sports. Whether it's the crushing losses, the litany of wasted first-round picks, the playoff futility, the squandering of once-in-a-lifetime gems like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, the Detroit Lions always seem to find a way to live down to the worst fears of emotionally scarred fans like me. Now, this year, after some early success had us thinking that maybe the Lions were finally turning the corner, losses in 3 of their last 4 games, including this loss Sunday to the Philadelphia Eagles, have got us chanting that same dismal refrain of same old Lions. Well, here to talk about the state of our vexing football team is the Don of football writers here in Metro Detroit and independent columnist for DetroitLions.com, my man, Mr. Mike O'Hara. Mike, thanks for being here.
The Don.
The Don, baby. Uh-oh. Well, Mike,
Make sure you lock the trunk.
For sure. We're taking care of all family business today, my man. I just want to get into it. I just want to ask you, what's the deal here? I mean, this last loss, we're thinking this is a team that's ready to turn the corner. We're spritzing playoff cologne all on ourselves. And, now we've seen them lose 3 of the last 4, I think 4 of the last 6 even. What's going on with them?
Well, footballs take funny bounces, and so do the teams and the players that win them. I really thought going into Sunday's game in Philadelphia, expecting a clean, fast track. I thought the Lions would win that game, and that's coming off the Green Bay game on Thanksgiving Day, where they really had played good football. And I thought they were as much motivated, by the pratfall against the Buccaneers the previous week as they were by beating the Packers. Mm-hmm. And then even in the snow Sunday in Philadelphia, it's 14-0, and the Lions are absolutely dominating the game. And think about this: if you're a Lions fan out there, they go into this game, they're 7-5. They're going to win this game. They're going to come back on Monday Night Football, the next game against the Baltimore Ravens, with an 8-5 record, with a chance to clinch first place,
stranglehold on the division
in Ford Field, and the joint is going to be rocking. And 30 minutes later, it's 34-20. Sure. They've lost, and you're putting the pieces back together.
So what happened? Are we talking coaching? Are we talking the players? What went wrong?
Well, I think it's everything. I really do. Is it the coaching? Well, the coaches don't fumble, but the thing that surprised me the most in the second half of the Eagles game was the Lions gave up 388 yards of offense to the Philadelphia Eagles. And they've got a nice running back in LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is a Lions team that had given up 240-some yards in the previous 6 games, and they gave up 299 on the ground to the Eagles, and a lot of it were runs up the middle. Now, look, we can get into the technicalities. Do you adjust and all that? Right. Did it look like the same play? Yeah, it does, but it's not. I get all that. Right. But they're running through the heart of your defense. Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fairley, Glover Quinn, your safeties, Louis Delmas, Stephen Tulloch,
absolutely,
DeAndre Levy. These are good football players, and they had no answer for it. I get the fumbles, I get all of that, but the way that defense was handled and manhandled, that's what surprised me the most.
Here's what we got to ask. Is Schwartz now on the hot seat?
Well, I can't answer that because I don't know what management's thinking, but I do think this. At a certain point in any coach's regime, and you can look at Mike Shanahan and his post-game presser on Sunday, you reach a point where everybody looks at each other and said, are we getting what we should be getting out of this roster? I thought the Lions going into this season, I thought they had a better roster than 2011 when they made the playoffs at 10-6. And even right now, I think they're a better football team. Okay. But are they playing better football? No, they're not. At times they are. At times, that offense is blindingly good.
Absolutely.
Darrell, you probably watch it more as a fan than I do. There are times when you watch it and 27 points and that, and you go,
amazing.
Wow.
Right, amazing.
It's the thrill ride.
But then you get 7 turnovers.
Now it's back to climb up, and you're going, God, when's it going to stop?
Here's my question. We're all excited. We're thinking playoffs now here in Detroit. I hear that the Lions are even, I don't know if they're printing up tickets or T-shirts.
Well, that's a league issue too. They tell you to send out the tickets. Look,
what's the economic impact though of what happens to a team when they're expected to make the playoffs and they don't?
It's money, it's sponsorships, it's season ticket renewals and all of that. And really, I think had they beaten the Eagles, and I think the orders go out this week, this week. I think it's Thursday or Friday, whenever it is. And you're a season ticket holder, and you've got the. I just take a punch.
That's all right. Go ahead.
But you think, okay, Sean, give me my 2 tickets, or give me my 4 tickets, and then they lose like that, and you go, I don't know, it's Christmas. So there is an economic impact.
I know we're running over, but I got one last question. I got to get it in. Matthew Stafford. How much longer should the window for him remain open?
Well, it's going to remain open for a long time. I think Stafford. Look, I like Stafford as a quarterback. I think he's absolutely golden. He had a bad game on Sunday, but here's what I think is fair. I think it's no longer is Matthew Stafford the quarterback. Yeah, he's the quarterback.
Okay.
Calm down, folks.
Okay.
Do you know what's fair though? And I've heard Peyton Manning say this once too. It's fair to analyze him game by game, just like it is Tiger Woods in a major, or
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying he's Tiger Woods. Don't get me wrong.
No.
But game by game, you can analyze him. But is he the quarterback? Yeah, he's the quarterback.
Okay.
First round knockout.
All right, absolutely. All right, well, listen, Mike, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
It's been great to have you here.
By the way, we miss you at the Detroit News.
Well, I miss being there.
And a lot of people, including Alan Lengel.
There we go. Well, listen, this is Darrell Dawsey. This has been One Round. We want to thank our guest, Mike O'Hara, for coming on. Come on, Lions, get it together and let's make something happen. I'll see you guys next week.